is about as hidden as they come.
This is not a bike park. This is not a stage race with support. I'm completely alone.
My crank just fell off. If it was not because of my GPS track and the very faint trail, I would not have known that this was here. The only question is how? Yeah, this is definitely going to be wet feet. Allez, allez!
What happens when you put an overweight flatlander with very average riding skills on some of the world's best natural trails? You're about to experience it through my eyes. At the start of summer of 23, I just about picked myself up from a life-changing injury. I knew it was going to be tough, but I really wanted to go back to the Queyras to experience it on a mountain bike. This is day 3 of 4 of a 4-day alpine epic. A link to the route is in the description. Anyway, let's go.
Good morning. I'm about to start day 3 of my 4-day mission to ride around the Queyras, Tour du Queyras on a mountain bike. If you're only joining me now, you might want to watch the first 2 days, the first episode, because I'm doing it in 2 times 2 days with one overnighter in a Gîte. Yesterday was a bit of a rest day, which was really nice. Not just, to rest, but also, clean my clothes, give the bike a little bit of tender loving care, etc., etc. So now I'm starting the second 2 days. And today is going to be, relatively different, quite different from the previous 2 days, who were quite high mountainous, quite high altitude, going up to 2,800. Today is going to be exclusively under 2,000 meters. So I'm staying mainly in the forest, mainly along the main valley of the Queyras Massif, which I'm happy about for multiple reasons. One, it is again a very bright, hot day, so I'm happy to be in the shade. And also the best trails I've ridden so far have been in these large forests. So I'm going to be mainly in forests today, which is positive. Also, another difference of today is numbers-wise, distance, height, altitude difference. It's slightly less than the previous days, and also I'm gonna be crossing the valley around midday, and the climbing is less sustained, so it's more like a little bit up, a little bit down, a little up, a little bit down, big dip in the middle of the day, and then it's just like mainly meandering to reach a final total of about 1,250 meters of climbing ish, I guess. I guess I'll put the numbers on the screen. Anyway, this makes it so that I'm in the shade. The effort is more spread out, and there's always escape routes, which is nice to know. If I'm not feeling it, I could always just head down to the valley, hit the paved road, go to my car, go to the Gîte that I planned. So, more escape possibilities, which I'm not thinking of using, not hoping of using. It's been great fun. It's a great adventure. But the thing that is absolutely heavy, literally, is this bag. So riding with this 10 kilogram overnight bag is tough on the climbs. On the descents, I don't really feel it all that much, but climbing with a multi-day backpack is very different from your average mountain bike ride where you're not carrying anything more than a couple of spares. Now you might wonder, why is this bag so heavy? Maybe I'm gonna do like a separate video of what is in the bag, but this bag basically gives me total independence. So this is not a bike park. This is not a stage race with support. I'm completely alone. I need to be able to fix most common mechanicals that allow me to get to the valley. I need to, have a spare set of dry clothes for in the evening when I'm in the Gîte, when I'm going out to eat, that kind of thing. Toothbrush, water, knee pads, protective gear, that kind of stuff, snacks. And then a significant part of the weight, I think about 30% of the weight in this bag, is camera gear. So the GoPro, the drone, stuff to load the batteries, etc. So it adds up to 10 kilograms, and 10 kilograms on your back while going up steep stuff is definitely something you feel. Anyway, I'm looking forward to today. Curious what's about to come. Let's go ride.
As so often, first part of the day is climbing on forest roads. As always, these guys are around 10%, so taking it slow, taking it easy. These are long days. It's not a race. It's pacing, it's economy. Well, about half an hour later, first steep climb is out of the way. I'm definitely enjoying the shade. I can definitely feel that the rest has done me well. It was quite smooth and painless. Yeah, good so far. Now we're up for some meandering bit. We're basically contouring the mountain. See that I'm not hitting any hikers here? Nope, there they are. And then we're gonna go to this ravine. Well, you can basically see down here. We're going up that hill, somewhere into that valley, and then coming down there. Basically nobody here. This is far away from the main hiking trails. Pretty. Very curious. Nice day. Water or bridge? Let's do water. Ah, shit, my feet. Okay, let's bring out the drone. Well, I'm expecting to dive into Singletrack soon, so let's put on some protection. A lot of water damage here. Seems to be where the double track stops. We're getting into single track. Big loose boulders, watery ruts. Not super clean. Let's hope it improves. Hold on a second, I thought this wasn't right. See down there? That is a very faint single track following the water. I suppose that's where I need to be. Yeah, that would be very easy to miss because of all of this machine damage, you know, heavy machines. You see that cairn down there? I would not have spotted a single track from down here. Anyway, let's go. This looks like abandoned. Nobody comes here. Look how faint it is. Cool, I'm gonna enjoy it, but I'm gonna be going slow because I can't really see what's coming up through the grass. Lots of loose branches, sometimes surprisingly big boulders. I do not want to face plant here because I am alone and it does not look like people come here. See this? Ho ho ho. If it was not because of my GPS track and the very faint trail, I would not have known that this was here. Wow, cool. Wow, wow, wow. Right, heels down, head up, take it easy. It's magnificent though. I mean, talking about hidden gems, it's about as hidden as they come. Fucking hell, nice. Cool, cool, cool. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh, see all this big loose stuff? You do not want to be flying. Right, seems to continue down this river. There's a faint trail here, there's a little cairn there. Looks very chossy. Okay, let's see where this brings us. According to the track, it crosses the water, so I need to get to the other side. The only question is how? Let's try a little bit higher up, where it seems a bit flatter. Yeah, I can definitely see something there. Terrain d'aventure. Shit. Yeah, this is definitely going to be wet feet. I guess later in summer there's less water when there's less snow melt. Anyway, not gonna do any crazy acrobatics trying to stay dry. Sometimes you just get wet. That's part of the game, I guess. Let's do it. I'm pushing my way through this chossy stuff. I climbed over those rocks, trying to reconnect with the single track. Oh, I see a cairn. I see a cairn. Good. Well, I'm glad that's over. This seems to be okay. Continues up there. Nice. Still gotta be careful. Wet. Surprise, big loose rocks. Okay, back into the woods. Deep grass. Well, it's not a flow ride, but it is definitely an adventure ride. There we go. definitely special. Slop again. Stay up high. Whew, deep ravine on my left. I got like a little bit of vertigo down there. Suddenly realized how deep it was. Anyway, this is safe again. Pretty cool. Allez, allez. Oof. Big rock just jumped up, hit me in the foot. Control my speed. Don't want to break my bike, you know, rip off the derailleur or something. That's the kind of place where it happens. Ooh, steep ravine on the left again. Who's the flowers? Is this Vietnam? Are you John Wayne? Alright, bit of climbing to then dip down a little single track later. Let's do it. This is supposed to drop somewhere here. Yeah, that looks challenging. Very chossy to start. Hopefully it improves. There's this. Ooh. Yeah, single tracks. Switchbacks with these big loose boulders. This is beyond my technical ability at this moment. Oh well, it's steep, it's dirty, a lot of big loose rolly rocks. You can't really get any speed, you're bouncing and jumping all over the place. This is the difference between a single track that's being hiked a lot and one that's not being hiked. Nobody ever comes here, just water does its thing and this is what you get. So yeah, when you're selecting trails, it's always nice to select ones that are highly frequented. They'll just be nicer. It's not my thing. I don't like this. Starting to get cleaner. Starting to get more meadowy, which I'm happy about. I don't want to sound whiny, but you know, I just want to show reality of guy with average ability mountain biking alone. I don't know, maybe that's boring to watch. Maybe most people long clicked off this video with all my chit chat and rambling. But you know, this is real mountain biking for me. I am not EWS rider. For me, this is reality. I think for a lot of people, this is also reality. I don't know. If anybody is watching, let me know. Let me know what you think. Should I leave in these spaces? Should I show the struggle or should I just show the flow? Let me know, please. This is nice again. That's cool. So, what is coming? When you see these broad-leaved plants, you usually know water. And water usually means big rocks. But it seems to be okay. Although slippery. Broad-leaved plants in the mountains is bad. If you like the dries. Okay, back down in the valley. Back down on the main road. This is where I should start climbing again, but first I'm just gonna relax for a bit, have a snack. That is special. My crank just fell off. Well, let's give it a little clean. Let's give it a little tighten. It doesn't look damaged. So I think this is not the end of the day. Let's see what we can do. Gave the tread a little clean. Pushed it back on. This pre-tightening is not super important. That's on. Now I just gotta tighten the bolts. That should be fine to go. Okay, so that's fixed. Now we got a bit through the village. And then it can only be a hiking trail, so short, sharp, steep. As expected, extremely steep agricultural road. Midday, bright sun, hot, hot, hot. You can see nicely what I did this morning. I came from across that bend, up that shoulder, through those woods, into that valley, more or less to the end, down that valley. Oh, this is even steep to hike. The only thing that gets up here is a strong e-bike or a very strong tractor. So far this day has been strange, adventurous, but not super aesthetically pleasing. I think this is realistically going to be more than an hour of uphill pushing this kind of stuff in the sun. Yeah, there's more fun to be had. It's strange, like this day 3 out of 4, it links up the whole length of the main valley with a highlight ride here in the region, the Col de Furfond, the one that I'm gonna do tomorrow. So it kind of links that one up. I mean, surely there must be more aesthetically pleasing ways of doing that, but I don't know. This route has been made by locals, so yeah. But I'm definitely gonna be spending more time out here in the Queyras, doing more exploring. So yeah, maybe after a couple of weeks I'll have an idea of how I would do it differently. For now, all there's to do for me is to suffer my way through this bit. Steep tractor trail has changed into a steep single track. Push, 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 push. Ah, good, I can refill my water. Water, water. Lots of cow shit. See how that looks. Yeah, definitely no cow shit there. Let's fill up the bottle. Now we're finally getting into the meandering bit, so it's a bit pedally now and then, up and down, but nothing too crazy, nothing too steep, traversing this slope. Well, if it's gonna be like this, I'm gonna be quite happy. This is pretty and manageable. Well, we popped out of the woods onto these construction roads, forestry roads, whatever. Was that traverse worth it? I don't know. Still not convinced about this day. I mean, it's nice because the weather is nice and because I enjoy being outside, but genuinely, this is, from the 3 days that I've done so far, I'm not tempted to repeat this one. Well, the other 2 I would happily do multiple more times. So far, I'm not convinced yet. Then again, why am I complaining? Look at this scenery. It's a nice day on a bike, that's what it is. Nice day on a bike. Not a perfect one, but a good one so far. Stop complaining, Dieter. Sometimes I feel like I only film the complaining bits. Sometimes I forget to film the happy bits. Check this out, guys. This is the Queyras in its purest. Oh, there comes the dog. Stay there, thank you. I'm not gonna film this, but you know, this is a shepherd's thing. And just to the left of me, there was a group of sheep. Luckily, they are penned in. So they're behind a wire and they're accompanied by these massive dogs. Now, these dogs are scary because they're meant to be scary. That is their job. Their job is to scare off potential predators. Luckily, it stayed within the pen. It didn't come, you know, greet me or sniff me out or scare me away. Now that's the one type of dog, the big white ones. And then there's another type of dog. I don't know if they have it here, but sometimes they have it. It's massive and it roams free. So probably not here because there's quite a lot of civilization, but I've seen it in other places. You have the dogs that are with the sheep to scare away potential predators, and then they have the separate dogs that roam around freely, like dozens and dozens of square kilometers, and their only job is to try to find predators and kill them. Find stuff like wolves, foxes, whatever, and it kills them. That's what it does. So when you're hiking with a dog, you don't want to come across one of those. They don't attack people, but anyway, all along this way I've seen traces of, animals lying in the grass, poop everywhere, and this usually means that these dogs are around. Don't try to fight them, don't shout at them, just go slow, act relaxed. Pretty soon it will know that you are not a threat, and once they feel like they've scared you off, they're just gonna leave you alone. So don't freak out around these dogs, but know that they are here. Maybe another observation, while the other 2 days were high alpine and in a hiking territory with the GR85, no hikers here, nobody. Just these tracks, and then the single tracks are lots of animal traces, and the troupeau that I just passed. The feeling that this gives is this is truly backcountry riding. Like you feel like you're far away. This is a place where people do two things: livestock and wood, and that's all there is. This is backcountry riding. Oh, let's have a look here. Let's have a look-see. It's probably too small on the GoPro, but down there, the castle, the thing jutting out, this is where we started, day one. We're gonna come past there later. Well, not down, but up. But that's where we started. What a view. Just look at these cowboy hamlets. Shepherds and farmers. No tourists. Good old white Toyota Hilux. Good for a farmer. Good to mount old Soviet anti-aircraft guns on. Very multifunctional. Yeah, the machines have been doing their work. Go on the road, you'll get a road. Ripping everything out. Oh, roots sticking out of the ground everywhere. Bumpy, gotta be careful. There's the culprit. Just look at what they did with this rock. We always take mountain roads for granted. Always somebody had to come up here with a machine, with machines, with mules, whatever, and then dig it out of this mountainside. Hard, dangerous work. We are so spoiled. It's a bit more pristine again. Traverse. It's getting to be late afternoon, 4:15. I can feel the end is coming.
Day 3 was definitely the least spectacular of them all. It felt like a chore, to be honest, an obligatory passage to make a loop out of the 4 days. If you like cross-country riding, you will enjoy this day, but if not, you might as well skip it altogether. Luckily, day 4 is a lot more spectacular. Check back on Thursday if you want to see how the journey continues. And if you're watching in the future, simply click here.